hopefully this is a good angle because my tripod broke. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessie, and today I'm telling you all about the books that I want to read in the month of June. The first thing I want to get into is the readathon that I'm co-hosting, which is Romanceathon. It is between June 12th through the 18th. I'm co-hosting it with a bunch of amazing ladies. I did do an announcement video, which I will link in the cards and down below as well, so make sure you go check that out so you get all the information to join us. I am going to be filming a separate TBR video for the books that I have planned, but I did want to let you guys know about the other books that I plan on reading. Before we get into the books, I did want to give a little disclaimer. I am pretty open to like all of these books, but the main reason is because I have my mind set on Romanceathon. So the books for that TBR are going to be like my top priority, but all of these other books I'm pretty much going to try to stick to, at least get to most of these books, so that way it's not all romance heavy. So yeah, first book I want to get into, I want to first off by saying thank you so much HarperCollins for sending me a book. This is The Stranger in the Mirror by Liv Constantine, and I'm so excited. If you know me at all, you know that The Last Mrs. Parrish is one of my favorite domestic thrillers. This one just sounds so good that I'm like literally like itching to read it like so bad. This one has to do with a girl named Addison, and she's getting married. However, she's not looking forward to the big day because she doesn't have any memory of like who she is or even her own real name. She was found on the side of a road basically injured, and so now she's kind of had to like rebuild her life, and she's marrying this guy who seems to be like a great guy, but she just feels like she did something bad, and I don't know. This one just sounds so good. I love amnesia tropes. I love a good, just everything about this book just sounds so good. I will be getting to this one pretty soon just because it does get published in the beginning of July, so make sure you stay tuned for future videos on this one. The next book that I want to talk about is actually my book club's discussion for the month, and it is The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Dave, and I'm kind of very much intrigued about this one. I have the audiobook ready to go. I'm really excited to jump into this one. This one has to do with a lady who is now married to this guy. She's now a new stepmom, and something happens to her husband where he basically is like telling her to protect the daughter, and then he like vanishes, and then like all these people are looking for him. So this one just sounds really intrigued, especially like, does she really know her husband? Like, I love that question, like how well do you know the person that you're close to? So this one just looks really good. I love the cover, and I love yellow, so yay. The next one I want to talk about is actually on my Kindle. It is a Netgalley Arcs. So this one is Dark Roads by Chevy Stevens. This one I am super excited to get to. I have not read anything by this author. However, in our last Rex by the Bottle live show, everyone was like recommending all these different books to us, which I thought was crazy because I think we're supposed to be giving recommendations, but I enjoy the feedback, so I'm really looking forward to checking out this author. This one is her newest one that comes out in August. This one has to do with like a highway where like women over time have like gone missing or have been found killed, and it just sounds really interesting. And I think you have this teenager who like runs away and like runs off into the woods near this highway, and then you have another woman who's coming in to like investigate everything. I'm not really sure like why or her purpose, but this one just sounds really good, so hopefully this one will not disappoint. The next one that I'm really intrigued by, because I feel like a lot of people are loving it, is The Hunting Wives by May Cobb, and this one has like that southern, I've been told this one has like that southern charm, kind of like The Wife Upstairs, which I really enjoyed. This one has to do with like a group of women, and like they are called the Hunting Wives. I think they go out in the middle of the night to like shoot guns or something. I don't know, it sounds really weird, but you have a newcomer who I think becomes a little obsessed, especially with like the queen bee of the group. So I don't know, and then I think there's like a murder. I'm super intrigued. I passed this one up on Netgalley for so long because it just didn't sound that interesting, but then the more that people kept talking about it, I was like, okay, let me check this one out. So hopefully I will get to it this month. The next one I want to talk about was sent to me by one of my fellow book club members. So thank you so much, Jennifer. I am so excited to read this one. Now, before I show you the book, I will admit I like passed up on this book so many times with book of the month. It just didn't sound like it was that interesting. However, when Jennifer sent it to me, I like immediately wanted to read it. So before we get into the book, what we do is we send like descriptive words on the packaging. So she wrote, I think she said it was a thriller, but she wrote Return to Hometown, Missing Girl, Unsolved Murder, Past and Present Collide, and Redemption. So I knew I needed it. So she sent me When the Stars Go Dark by Paula McLean, and I'm intrigued. I have no idea what this book is about, but just based on her descriptive words, I'm super excited to see what this book is about. I've also seen where Book of the Month markets this as a mystery and not a thriller, so I'm not sure if I need to go into this one as a thriller or into it as a mystery. So let me know in the comments if you've read this one and how I should approach this book. So the next one I want to talk about, I actually just pre-ordered yesterday, but it comes out tomorrow. So anyways, but if you know me at all, you know I really do love Lucinda Berry books. So this one I'm really intrigued by. It is her newest release called The Secrets of Us. I don't want to go into it knowing too much, but this one I remember is about either twins or sisters. I'm not really sure how I know they're sisters, but I'm not sure if they're twins. But basically, one of them tries to murder her husband because she thinks he's an imposter. So she gets sent to a psychiatric ward, and now the other sister either has to like defend her. I think she's like an attorney, so she has to like defend her sister. So, but I think something about their past is going to be brought to light. So I'm not sure, but I'm really intrigued by that whole concept. The next two I actually have as Netgalley Arcs, so I'm really excited to read these as well. But I have Hairpin Bridge by Taylor Adams, which I have been waiting for so long. I was very late to the bandwagon of reading No Exit, which is one of my all-time favorite thrillers. Like, I recommend it to like almost everybody. If you haven't, make sure you read it. It is so good and fast-paced, and it just like hooks you really quickly. But this one I actually have as a Netgalley arc. This one involves a girl named Lena, and basically her twin sister jumped off a bridge, off Hairpin Bridge. So she is now visiting the area and kind of like investigating it herself because she just doesn't believe her sister would have done something like that. And so I think there's something kind of shady with the cop that was on the scene or like discovered her or something. So I'm really, really excited. I hope it's as fast paced as No Exit. So we'll see. The other arc that I have is The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. And this one I've read, I feel like I get like different ideas of like what the synopsis is. So I think I'm just going to jump into it blind. But this one I know involves like a like secret society in like a college. I don't know if it's like a fraternity sorority situation. But I know one thing about this author, he likes to like put a little Greek mythology into his thriller, so that one really intrigues me. He also wrote The Silent Patient, which is one of my like another one of my favorite thrillers of all time. Like, the plot twist really got to me. But this one involves, I think, like someone get murdered. They investigate it. I think they find out that this person was part of this like cult or secret society on this campus. So we shall see. I'm really excited. And then I do have two more. I'm really not sure if I'm going to get to these. I just randomly picked these up. My library just opened back up. So I have Rewind by Catherine Ryan Howard. This one sounded really interesting because from the synopsis, you have this guy named Andrew who works at this like hotel, but he can like watch people in their hotel rooms while they're sleeping or doing like other business, which is like super creepy. Like, that's like one of the creepiest things I've ever heard. Well, basically he witnesses this woman get murdered, and the guy that walks into the room, which you can't see, like takes the camera down. Like, how did he know about the camera? Super crazy. And then you follow another woman who is coming in to investigate. So yeah, that one just sounds like the whole like getting murdered at a hotel while someone's watching you, like that just like really hooked me. So maybe I might get to this one. I'm not 100% sure. And then another friend from my book club, her name is Jennifer as well. She had given me Creep by Jennifer Hillier, and I have no idea what this one is about, but I love Jennifer Hillier. Like, I think her writing style is really good. If I'm Yeah, I think this one has to do with like a stalker. So I think it has to do with also like a taboo type of thing, because it's like a student and his like professor. But like I think she tries to break things off and like the student's like not about that. So I love stalkers. So we shall see. So thank you so much, Jennifer. I cannot wait to read your copy. So all right guys, that is everything for this video. Make sure you leave a comment down below just letting me know what you're excited to read, or also let me know if you're reading Romanceathon. Again, all of that is in my last video of my announcement, so make sure you check that out, and I hope you guys will join me. But yeah, hopefully June will be much better than May, because I was in such a reading slump, but I'm starting to see that light at the end of the tunnel, so we'll see. But as always, make sure you subscribe and follow me on Instagram. It's @readingwithjess, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!